one of my passions, as you know, is drinking really good beer, and I'm into
Indeed.
really exotic styles of beer, and I'm particularly drawn to, just like with my philosophy, perhaps I'm drawn to extreme styles. I love triple IPAs, and I love bourbon barrel aged imperial stouts that clock in at 16%. And one of the things I was asking my friend Jim Caruso, who's the founder and CEO of Flying Dog, and he, by the way, is one of us. He's a objectivist libertarian, and he's a bigger fish in that pond. But I was trying to understand why it is that all of these small nano breweries and small craft breweries, they're constantly collaborating with each other. Like you go to any one of these places, and two or three of their many beers on their list is something they brewed with the brewery next door or the brewery across the country or sometimes a brewery across the pond in wherever. And his explanation was that if the idea of markets, and libertarians sort of suck at this. We're constantly talking about competition and how great competition is. But in this case, collaboration makes more sense because they're trying to break through in a marketplace that is dominated by big Budweiser, right? So collaboration makes more sense than competition, even if it's with the brewery down the street. And I feel like there's a metaphor there for podcasters, certainly libertarian podcasters who are trying to build a bigger community, but maybe also for the libertarian movement. Because one of the things that I've discovered since becoming a libertarian is how much energy and time goes into shitting on each other on Twitter. And I'm like, guys, there's enough work to go around. I think we might actually learn from collaboration. How do we stop fighting and start like collaborating and doing beautiful things and having fun? I love that.
Sure. I mean, collaboration has been such a big part of our growth as a podcast. I mean, we're constantly connecting to other libertarian podcasters, doing the aforementioned podcasts about people that have podcasts by people that have podcasts. But that's been such a key to our growth, and is viewing the libertarian podcast community or the broader liberty podcast community as a community. Yes, we are competing against each other, I guess, to some extent, because everyone's going to have to choose. At this point, I open my podcast app and I've got like 20 new podcasts every day. So I can't possibly, the time doesn't exist to try to listen to every podcast that I want to listen to in theory. So we're all choosing which one we're going to click on. So we're in competition for ear time, I guess, no matter what. But that's never been the way I've viewed it. I'm not trying to get my other libertarian podcasters and put them out of business so I can take over. But collaborating with other podcasters has been huge. Sometimes in just a way like we're collaborating, where you were on my show a couple weeks ago, I'm on your show now. Our audiences find out a little bit more about each other. Hopefully there's a little more crossover. Some of them stick to each of our shows. We just collaborated. We just grew each of our communities a little bit. But we've even gone as far as we've shared ads with other podcasts. I'll run an ad for them. They'll run an ad for me. And yeah, I'm telling people about the competition, but that's because I really want people to. I'm not just doing this as a business. It is also a business, but it's not just a business. Like if we were just doing it as a business and just wanted to make money, there are a million ways we could, focus our time better. I certainly wouldn't podcast to make money. You can make money podcasting, but I would not recommending podcasting to make money, if that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, collaborating with the competition and, whether it's through ads or through different programs we run, or, we'll do crossover podcasts with other libertarian podcasts. We're always trying to integrate our audiences, and it's not just to grow the shows, but it's because I really want these ideas out there. I don't care if somebody gets excited about these ideas because they heard it from Lions Liberty, because they heard it from Matt Kibbe, because they heard it on We Are Libertarians, because they heard it from Pete Quinones. I don't really care whose style works for you, and that's what's great about having the diversity. Same thing with the craft beers. Everyone's going to have their different taste, their different style.